when we have any testing or when we do some kind of configuration in development server, so we have the transport request for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once we have the unit testing, so that transport request we have to transfer to the production server.
Yeah, let me do that. See, whenever you make any configuration changes in the system
Hmm.
will ask you for a transport request, right? Today I will show you
Hmm.
that at least I can show you the creation of transport request and also release I can show you. The process will
Hmm.
be we have a development, quality and production. Okay.
Hmm.
Unit testing we do in the development system and system integration testing we'll do in the quality system. Okay.
Hmm.
When you do the
Hmm.
development, we do that if you all the configurations everything we do. If we have two systems, two clients under the same development, for example, at that
Hmm.
time we move from one development that client to another client under the same development landscape with SCC1 transaction code. I hope you have seen that document. Anyway, we have here I think. See the transport request. This is the movement from one client to another client under the same development system.
Hmm.
You have to open in the receiving system. For example, the
Okay.
receiving client, you have to open the SCC1 transaction code and you have to give
Hmm.
the source client, means which is the golden client, where we do only
Hmm.
configuration, but testing everything we do in the another client, maybe 110 or
Hmm.
120. You have to give that and then you have to click on this including request subtask and then click on start immediately. Then the
Hmm.
entire configuration will be moved to the testing system.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I will show anyway I have system. See for example I want to make some changes to this 103. 103 I want to delete it. I have deleted.
Hmm.
I am just saving.
Hmm.
System will ask me a transport request. Here only
Okay.
I can create it. Just click on
Hmm.
create and add deletion of storage location. Okay, any kind of changes you have to give the description, then save. Okay, now it is saved in this transport request.
Hmm.
For development one client to another client you have to do with SCC1, just now what I have shown you. But
Hmm.
development to quality and quality to production, that cycle is there, right? For that cycle first we have to see, if you want to move a transfer from development to quality, TR should be released first. First you have to release the TR and then we share
Hmm.
the list of transport requests to basis. Share the list of TRs to basis as per the sequence. Why I am mentioning sequence? Generally as per the configuration only the sequence will come, but
Hmm.
sometimes what will happen, first you have to create the plant, then only you can assign the plant to company code, right? Hmm? If you move a
Hmm.
transport request of plant to company code, there is no plant. For example, the plant creation you have done in TR1 and
Hmm.
TR2 you have done the plant to company code assignment. Just I'm giving example. Generally we do all
Hmm.
those things in a one TR. You have given basis to move this TR2 to quality.
Hmm.
Then what will happen? There is no plant. How can it get
Hmm.
assigned? That's why the sequence. Just I'm giving an example. We
Okay.
have to maintain the sequence and we have to share. The
Hmm.
transaction is STMS.
Hmm.
STMS we don't use. I know how to use STMS, but STMS
Hmm.
will be handled by the basis team, who will move the
Okay.
transport request from development to quality and then development to the production. The whatever the TR is there, right? The TR will be moved through STMS. Okay. Now I will show you the TR where will the transaction where we see our list of transport request is SC09. In my video I have explained what is customized request and what is workbench request, everything. You just click, give your user ID and go there. You will see this is the customizing request. All configurations maximum it will be coming under the customizing. See, deletion of storage location. This is the transport request just now we have created. Each transport request will contain a task, customized task. Under that we will see the what changes we have done. Okay. See, we have done this. Under that this is the storage location table. Under that table we have deleted one storage location. This is the transport request. Each transport request will have a task. Under that task we will see the changes, what kind of changes we have done. Okay. See, this is the task. Under the task we will see whether you have removed the storage location or you have changed any data. Everything will be available under the task. What is our activity? If you want to, you have done the development, you have done the unit testing, everything is completed. Now you are decided to move the transport request to quality system. The first activity, we should release the transport request. I told you, right? Before releasing, first you have to release the task. You have to select the task and click on this vehicle symbol. Okay. First you have to release the task. Once you release, you will get one right mark. After releasing the task, see, right mark. Are you able to see that? After releasing the task, then you have to release the TR.
Okay.
Once you release the TR, that is eligible to move to quality system. And also one more point you have to remember, the released TR cannot be used for your configuration changes. It won't visible also. When you make any changes, the system, you can see, for example, now if you make any changes, system will show you these three only. It won't show you that one. Now that also, that testing also I will show you now. If you once release, you cannot save any new changes in that transport request. That point I will show you now. Now we will share this transport request to basis team through STMS. He will release the transport request to quality system.
Okay.
In some projects I have done that STMS also. That's a small company, some small project. The basis people have given access to us. But generally it won't be available. You can write like once the before releasing TR, you should release the customizing task under the TR. Okay. This point we can just highlight it. TR should be released first. Share the list of TRs with before. Development to quality, only released TRs can be moved from development to quality. Okay. Before releasing TR, you should release the customizing task under the TR. That's all. First you have to release the task, then you have to release the TR. First task has to be released and then TR will be released. Share the list of TRs to basis as per the sequence. You may use STMS, transaction code, to move the TRs to other landscape. Why I'm using May? Because I know STMS, where we do the transport, each single one. Sometimes if they want to move hundreds of transport requests in a big project, I think they would have some other options to move the bulk number of transport requests to the landscape. That's why I have used the May. He may use. Still it is releasing. Here we can see like modifiable, and if it is released, you will get the release. And the customizing and workbench, already I have explained earlier, but just I'm giving you overview. The customizing transport request will be all kind of configuration. 90% of our configurations will come under the customizing. See the plan creation and purchasing document type creation and pricing procedure, creation of calculation schema, and all areas will be customizing. Okay, you can say like 90 to 95% of our configuration changes come under customizing changes, and the workbench changes means the workbench changes 99% of ABAP changes come under workbench. It's all cross client. For example, when you open, we have one example in our access sequences. Okay, when you create any changes of access sequences, system will generate workbench request. Generally, the workbench request means which will affect the cross client. For in the same development landscape, you can have a 3-4 clients, right? For example, one is for configuration, one is for ABAP, one is for testing. If you make any changes, you have to move from one client to another client by using the transaction code SCC1. That's what I explained you. But that is only for customized changes. But if it is a workbench changes, it will automatically visible in the other clients.
Okay.
That point I will write required. We move TRs from one client to another client under development landscape by using T code SCC1. Okay. This has to be done for only customized TRs, because workbench TRs will be automatically affected in all the clients under development landscape. Have you got my point?
Yeah.
Okay. If you do any workbench request, it will automatically affect in the other clients also. You don't have to move.
Okay.
And here one more point. To move a TR from one client to other client under development landscape, you don't have to release the TR. Okay, to move from one client to another client, you don't have to release the TR. Generally we don't release it, because for example in golden client you are doing some configuration. you move to testing client, and there you have done testing, you identified one more issue again, then you will come to development and make changes, and you will save in the same TR, and again you will move with SCC1. Means many kind of trial and error methods will happen. That's why we never release the TR until it is completely finalized and you want to move to quality system.
Okay.
Okay, that's why SAP has given a facility like, if you want to move a transport request from one client to another client, then we can directly release from without releasing the TR.
Okay.
Okay.
And what happened after the once we transfer it to quality?
Once you transfer to the quality, for example, you have moved all the transport requests to quality, there you are doing the system integration testing. Okay. During system
Okay.
integration testing, you identified some bugs which you are not identified during unit testing, or you might be forgot to do some settings and all. Then you have to go back to development and make the changes and save in one transport request, release it, and move to quality again. That is the process.
Okay.
Then again
Okay.
you have to do the testing. If you identify some more, then again do the changes in development, release it, move to quality, then everything is fine, then we will move to the production at the end. Even during our support project also, you make some change management, right? Change request. Then what we do the changes in development, do the testing yeah, for informal or formal testing, unit testing. Then once you feel like everything is fine, then we move to quality. There we do the system integration testing. Once you are satisfied with the testing, the results, everything, then we will ask business to do the testing. That is called user acceptance testing or business acceptance testing or final acceptance testing. Three words we generally use: BAT or FAT or UAT. Then he is also happy with the, okay, now everything is fine, then we move the changes to production. Okay, let's see whether it is real. Yeah, see, it is released. Okay, deletion of SL is released. Even when you see the list of TRs also, you will have an option modifiable and released. Like that also we can filter.
Okay.
Okay, now I will show you that it won't be visible when you make any changes. That testing I will do in front of you. Then you can understand. See, this time what will I do? This I will change the description of this 104. Test. Now system is asking for a transport request. Okay. Here if you click on own request, you will see the list of TRs under your user ID without releasing. Okay, those are all your own. Click on own. System will show you, see, system is showing the 3 transport requests which are not yet released. It is not giving all the transport requests which are released and unreleased. It is showing only the transport requests which are not yet released. Means those only you can utilize for your changes. Just now we have created that deletion of storage location, but we have released. That's why once the TR is released, you cannot add any additional changes into that TR. If you want to add any other changes, please keep it in modifiable stage. You don't release the TR. Okay, now you understood, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
And in batch, like we have to activate the batch at IM level, and if we have the warehouse, so at warehouse level, right? And also we have to activate the batch for the movement type. So it will be the settings if
Yeah, mainly the first level we maintain at the plant level or client level or material level. Okay, that is the level. How that level will be decided? For example, the level, just I will give you for our understanding. For example, if it is client level, the batch number will start like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. When it is going that number ranges, if it is a client level, irrespective of the plant. For example, this batch number 1 may be available in plant 1, batch number 3 might be available in plant 7, batch number 4 will be available in plant 2. Okay, again this plant 1 person is doing some goods receipt. At that point of time he may get some 150 or 180 any material. Okay, means batch number 3 will be available under that client, only one it will be available, nobody will be repeated again. Okay, see for example batch number 3, batch number 1 was generated, is generated under plant 1 for some material X. That's it. The batch number 1 will not be seen anywhere, any plant, any material, client level. If it is plant level, what will happen? Batch number 1 will be visible in the other plant also. For example, batch number 1 material X plant 1, write 1, for example plant P1, same batch number 1 you can see maybe material X or any material Y plant P2, because the batch numbers are at plant level. Okay, each plant will have a batch number 1, batch number 2, batch number 3 like that. And here batch number 1, plant 1, material 1 means the batch number 1 will not be repeated again. For example, batch number 1, material X, plant P1, then batch number 1 won't be repeated again for any material under any plant. Understood this point? But when it comes to plant level, batch number 1 material X plant 1 is having the same batch number 1, some other material in plant 2 it will be available. When it comes to material level, generally material level will be used, material level or plant level. Now we come to material level. It will be like batch number 1 material X plant P1, same plant P1. See, materials are changing. For same plant you can have that. Batch number 1 material Z plant P1 means each material will have batch number 1. For example, in January you have manufactured one material X, you have given as a batch number 1. Okay. After 3 months you have prepared the same material X, then the batch number will be 2. After 1 month, batch number 3. Like that it will be there. But in case of plant level, the batch number 1 material X you have prepared today, and tomorrow batch number 2 material Y has taken. And then after 2 months if you do that one, for your material X, the next batch number will be maybe 70 or maybe 80. Okay. But in case of material level, until you create a next batch, you will get the batch number 2, then batch number 3 like that. But in case of client level, today you created your material X with batch number 1. After 1 month if you create, it may be 1000 or 2000, because that's a client level, right? Every material, every plant, every day batches, many batches will be generated. That's why batch number 1, then next batch may be some 600, next batch may be some 800 like that. Okay. that we decide here in the logistic general. Okay, next question.
Yeah, almost I'm done with the queries. So,
Okay, okay. You just go through and all. You're
yeah,
always welcome to ask better queries, and I'm here to explain you.
yeah, sure.
This is the active status management.
Mm,
This is the batch level. Batch unique
mm,
at material level, batch unique at client level, batch unique at plant level, like that. Hmm?
mm,
Status management and all different concepts. You asked for some question, right? That here we can decide and all. The batch number assignment, when you're activating internal batch number assignment and all we can do here.
mm.
The internal batch number, if you activate it, see for the defined batch creation for goods movements. When you create a
Mm,
new batches, how it can be decided and all. See for 101 we have different options like automatic, no manual creation,
mm,
and no creation, manual
mm.
without check. There are different options out there. According to that, it will generate.
But like, for example, vendor is sending a material with the batch number. So if want to enter particular batch number, same batch number at the
Yeah,
time
we
of
have a
dispatch.
vendor
So,
batch field actually. We have vendor batch field where we can
mm,
do the vendor batch also we can maintain. For example, if I will show you that MSC3N where we can see a batch details, right?
mm,
Slash an MSC3N. See here the vendor batch will be there. Uh, there we can maintain the vendor batch number. Vendor batch
mm,
number might be different, right? Our batch we have a one kind of series and all, but
mm,
vendor batch might be a different number. Then you can maintain the vendor batch also here.
mm,
But even for example, if you have a manual thing like you during batch creation, how a system can be taken, those details also we can do that. I need to, you need to check any open POs are available or not to do that activity. Then that's it. We can control at that configuration whether the batch number can be given manually or automatically it will come. Okay, these details we can control at the moment type level. How a new batches can be generated. Okay. See now as per the configuration, what we have seen here, the defined batch creation for goods movement. I kept for 101, I kept an option of C, automatic creation, no manual creation. Now I'm taking one PO and get given storage location, item okay. Just once I click on check button, system will generate the batch number according to the defined number series. So this is the batch series where we get the batch number. Okay. Like that, this option will be working according to that how we are handling. I hope this session is useful for you because we have discussed in many areas and different areas of MM and also the function specification and transport request. Okay, all the best. Have a good evening.